standing, bowing, prostrating, and sitting. Each position flows naturally into the next. Performed with patience, performed with balance, performed with intention. 5 times, every day, morning, noon, afternoon, sunset, night. This rhythm has guided the lives of Muslims for centuries, not by chance. The question: have you ever stopped and asked yourself one simple question? Why do more than 1 billion Muslims pause their lives 5 times every single day to pray, no matter where they live, no matter what language they speak? They perform the same prayer with the same purpose every day for more than 1400 years. This practice has remained remarkably consistent for every Muslim. Salah is not an exercise. It is not meditation. It is not a wellness routine. It is an act of worship, a direct connection between a servant and Allah. Yet, in recent years, scientists have become increasingly interested in understanding how regular physical movement, focused attention, steady breathing, and moments of quiet reflection can influence the human body and the human mind. Some studies suggest that these practices may support relaxation, mental focus, and emotional well-being. While research continues, the spiritual purpose of Salah always remains the same. This documentary, during prayer, as the first light of dawn begins to appear, our journey begins. A journey through faith, a journey through reflection, and a journey through the fascinating relationship between namaz and medical science. Very prayer begins with preparation before standing before Allah. A Muslim performs wudu. The face is washed, the hands are cleaned, the arms, the head, and the feet are washed with clean water. For Muslims, this is an act of obedience and purification. It is a reminder that worship begins with cleanliness, both outwardly and inwardly. Cool flowing water can also bring a feeling of freshness. It marks the transition from the distractions of daily life to a moment of complete devotion. With every step, the outside world begins to fade away. The noise, the pressure, the endless distractions are left behind. The prayer hall offers something that many people struggle to find today: silence, a peaceful space where the mind can slow down. Every step is taken with purpose, not in a hurry, not with stress, but with humility. The prayer begins with just a few words.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
These words, the worshipper leaves behind the worries of this world. The hands are raised, the heart becomes focused, the mind becomes still. From this moment, every movement, every word, and every thought is directed toward Allah. Now comes the standing position, known as Qiyam. The body stands upright, balanced, relaxed, steady. Verses from the Holy Quran.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahmanir Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin.
are recited, the eyes remain lowered. The attention remains focused. Modern researchers continue to study how periods of quiet concentration may influence attention, mental clarity, and emotional balance for Muslims. However, the greatest purpose remains worship and remembrance of Allah. For a few moments, nothing else matters. Not work, not money, not social media, not the busy world outside. Only the worshipper and the Creator. This deep level, that peace, is sought first through prayer. And this is only the beginning of an incredible journey. The prayer continues with ruku. The worshipper bows forward with a straight back. The hands rest gently upon the knees, the head, the neck, and the spine remain naturally aligned. This movement is simple, calm, and controlled. There is no rush, no sudden motion, only balance, discipline, and humility. The worshipper returns to a standing position. The movement is smooth, natural, and unhurried. Every position flows gently into the next. The rhythm of Salah encourages patience, awareness, and mindful movement. It is a reminder to slow down in a world that constantly asks us to move faster. Then comes the moment that is closest to our sujood. The forehead touches the ground. The hands, the knees, and the toes rest upon the prayer mat. For Muslims, this is the highest expression of humility, a moment of complete surrender, complete trust, and complete devotion. Many believers describe this position as one of the most peaceful moments of the entire prayer. Everything becomes quiet. The body is still. The breathing is gentle. The heart feels at peace. Researchers continue to study how moments of calm breathing and focused attention may support relaxation and emotional well-being. But for Muslims, the greatest reward is not physical, it is spiritual. The peace that comes from remembering Allah. The worshipper slowly rises into a seated position. There is no hurry. Every movement is measured. Every pause has meaning. Salah is not simply a sequence of physical actions. It is a conversation, a journey, a reminder that true strength is found through humility, patience, and faith. As the prayer continues, its movements and its message remain perfectly connected, body, mind, and soul, moving together toward one purpose, the worship of Allah. Once again, the worshipper lowers himself into sujood. The forehead touches the ground. The heart fills with humility. In this moment, there is no pride, no status, no worldly title, only a servant standing before the Creator of the heavens and the earth. For many Muslims, this is the most peaceful part of the entire prayer, a moment where worries become lighter and hope becomes stronger. Slowly, the worshipper rises, every movement is calm, controlled, and purposeful. There is no rushing, no distraction. The rhythm of Salah creates a pattern of focus, discipline, and consistency. 5 daily prayers become 5 daily reminders to pause, reflect, and reconnect with Allah. Now, the worshipper sits in quiet reflection. The words of Tashahhud are recited with sincerity. At one point, the index finger is gently raised, a small movement with deep meaning. It is a declaration of faith, a reminder that Allah alone is worthy of worship. Every word is spoken with humility, gratitude, and hope. The prayer comes to its conclusion. The worshipper gently turns to the right, then to the left, offering peace. This simple movement marks the completion of Salah. The body has moved with purpose. The tongue has remembered Allah, and the heart has found a moment of peace. Although the formal prayer has ended, the conversation does not. The hands are raised in dua, a personal moment between the servant and Allah. There are no limits to what may be asked. Gratitude, guidance, forgiveness, strength, mercy, hope. Every sincere prayer is made with trust that Allah hears every whispered word. As the worshipper lowers his hands, a quiet sense of peace remains, not because every problem has disappeared, but because the heart has remembered the one who is greater than every problem. And from this place of peace, our journey into the relationship between prayer and modern scientific research. The prayer has now been completed. The mosque is quiet. The worshipper remains seated, breathing slowly, thinking deeply, feeling grateful. In today's world, moments like these have become increasingly rare. A few moments, without notifications, without noise, without distraction, simply sitting in silence, remembering Allah. Many people describe this feeling as one of calm, gratitude, and inner peace. The human brain is remarkably complex. Every thought, every emotion, and every memory passes through billions of connected nerve cells. Scientists continue to study how practices involving focused attention, regular routines, and calm breathing may influence brain activity, attention, and emotional regulation. Research in this field is still developing, and many questions remain unanswered. But one thing is clear: the human mind responds to the way we spend our attention. Modern life moves quickly. Deadlines, traffic, messages, endless information. The mind rarely gets an opportunity to rest. Prayer creates a deliberate pause, a moment to step away from constant activity, to slow the breathing, to calm the thoughts, and to remember that not everything is under human control. For believers, this reminder brings comfort, trust, and hope. The human heart works continuously throughout our lives Day and night, without rest, researchers have explored how periods of quiet reflection and relaxed breathing may be associated with changes in heart rate and the body's stress response. The exact effects can differ from one individual to another, but many people report feeling calmer after sincere prayer. For Muslims, that peace comes from remembering Allah with sincerity. Faith and science ask different questions. Science observes, measures, and investigates the natural world. Faith answers questions of purpose, meaning, guidance, and our relationship with the Creator. They do not always speak the same language, but sometimes their paths meet. Science may help us understand certain physical or psychological experiences, but the true purpose of Salah has never changed. It is worship, it is obedience, it is remembrance, and above all, it is a journey toward Allah. Prayer is more than words. It is also a sequence of calm, purposeful movements, standing, bowing, prostrating, and sitting. Each position flows naturally into the next, performed with patience, performed with balance, performed with intention, 5 times, every day, morning, noon, afternoon, sunset, night. This rhythm has guided the lives of Muslims for centuries, not by chance, but through consistency, a reminder to pause, to reflect, and to reconnect with Allah. Modern life often feels unpredictable. Schedules change, plans fail, distractions grow. Yet, Salah brings structure to every day. It teaches discipline, responsibility, and commitment. Every prayer becomes a reminder that some things are more important than the endless rush of daily life. Gratitude changes perspective. Instead of focusing only on what is missing, it reminds us to appreciate what we already have: life, health, family, time. Every breath is a blessing. Every new day is an opportunity to do good, and every prayer begins with gratitude to Allah. Life is filled with challenges. Every person faces difficulties. Some are visible, others remain hidden. Prayer does not promise a life without hardship, but it teaches patience, strength, hope, and trust in Allah through every trial. Sometimes the greatest answers come not from speaking, but from listening. Listening in silence, reflecting with sincerity, looking inward, and remembering what truly matters. Prayer creates space for reflection in a world that rarely slows down. Across continents, across cultures, across languages, millions of Muslims stand together, facing one direction, reciting the same words, sharing the same purpose. Different backgrounds, different stories, one Creator, one prayer, one faith. Science continues to discover new things about the human body, and the human mind. Its discoveries can increase our understanding of the world around us. But faith belongs to a different dimension. Its foundation is belief, trust, and revelation. Science may observe certain benefits associated with prayer, but the true value of Salah cannot be measured only by physical results. Its greatest purpose is worship of Allah. Whether researchers discover more or less in the years ahead, the purpose of Salah will never change. It remains an act of worship, a source of guidance, a path toward humility, and a reminder that every human being depends upon Allah. As the sun rises once again, a new day begins. The journey of prayer continues, not only inside the mosque, but in everyday life, through honesty, kindness, patience, compassion, and gratitude. Perhaps the greatest benefit of Salah is not simply what it does for the body or even for the mind. Perhaps its greatest gift is what it does for the soul. Thank you for joining us on this journey through namaz and medical science. May it inspire reflection, understanding, and a deeper appreciation for the beauty of sincere worship. Peace be upon you.